This week on Sisterly Banter, we're diving into a conversation that doesn't get enough spotlight: men's mental health. The pressure, the silence, the expectations. Yeah, we're unpacking all of it.
From what they wish that they could say out loud to how they can actually show up better for themselves, and also how we can help them show up better. This episode is real, raw, and necessary, so let's tap in and talk about what's been left unsaid. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. I am great. I'm coming to you guys live from Leslie's living room.
Oh my God.
Yay! So she will be commentating every now and then, guys, so don't bother. This is a serious matter. However, we can always have a little bit of humor when it comes to seriousness. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about men's health and what we know and understand about it. And
Okay.
yeah, you're right. I forgot. And sorry, I'm too busy trying to drink this soda. And this was important because last month was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I take it very true to my heart, as I say per episode about mental health, because I am a therapist and a mental health clinician myself. So I will be sharing my ins and outs and understandings of men's mental health, but also want to do a disclaimer. This is not a therapy session. Do not take what I am saying as a therapeutic tool for yourself, just personal opinion, bias, and beliefs when it comes to my therapy with men.
This episode isn't about blaming men, it's about understanding them and supporting them.
So yeah, let's explain why men's mental health is important and why we feel like we need to discuss it today. Well,
So why? What do you got to say about it?
so men are mostly told or trained or raised in societal view to be strong-minded, the provider. You're not allowed to show emotions because that makes you look weak, brushing them off to the side. Basically, yeah, I mean, the opposite of femininity, right? Like, you're not supposed to have, you can have emotions, but you can only show them to an extent. Love, anger, that's all it is.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I mean, you said kind of everything I was about to say in a whole paragraph. But yeah, I kind of feel like men are always told they have to be the strong ones, like you said, or like in a way, I feel like they are taught they can cry, but aren't shown that it's okay to cry at the same time. Like my little brother was told he can cry and let it out, but yeah, he doesn't know how to talk about it or anything like that.
kind of like keep it behind closed doors, or like cry it out
Yeah,
and then suppress the feelings, the actual
yeah.
feelings.
But it's like
Yeah.
he wants to talk about it, but don't know how.
Okay, yeah, because they're not really taught how to.
Yeah, and us women talk a lot.
Yeah, too much apparently,
So, well,
which is what we're taught because we're taught to be the emotional ones, the nurturers, the we're going to forgive every move you make type of mentality. Well, in some women, I mean, the general white picket fence thought process, but that's neither here or there. Because that isn't how it work over here. But yeah, men, they're just basically told to hide their emotions, or like push through it, rub some dirt in it, shut the fuck up, get back on that football field, stop being a pussy, don't be a bitch, things like that.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Be a man. All that shit. I've heard it, kind of.
Oh, fuck. I went into, we've asked some men in our lives, like, what are their ways of expressing their emotions? How were they taught to express their emotions? How do they do that now? Do they feel like they have a healthy relationship with their emotions? Do they feel like they don't? What are some of the responses that you were able to gather?
Okay, so from my dad, I asked him because, why not?
You're
But,
the first man of your life, right?
right. He said, okay, so the questions were, how did you grow up dealing with your emotions?
Mm-hmm.
How were you taught to deal with your emotions?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel you manage it now? The other question was, what do you personally wish others knew, or what would you like to say or share about men's mental health? So I'm going to answer them in that order.
Perfecto.
So the first one, I grew up to be tough and hide emotions, but couldn't, so was a hothead growing up. Second question, I really don't know if I was taught how
Mhm.
to really. I was told it's okay to cry by my mom, but other than that, wasn't really taught. I just watched how my dad and uncle was.
Okay.
Third question, I learned that if I let someone trigger me to get angry or emotional, I'm giving them control over me. So I refuse to let people trigger me. It's hard, but so far so good. Okay, and the fourth one, I wish people slash women knew we have feelings too, and this world beats us up every day. And all I want as a man is peace. And if it interrupts my peace, I don't want to be around you.
Okay.
And my brother just kind of put them in like little paragraphs. So I'm going to read it.
Go ahead. I'm here for it.
He said, I grew up and was taught that it's okay to cry if you need to, but was never taught how to deal with all the different emotions, like what to do or how to talk about it. But I never dwell on my emotions now. So if I feel an emotion, I usually like to deal with it, if that's with going to the gym, playing the game, or chilling with my dog, basically doing what I like to do. And then he said, but if I had to say something, I wish people acknowledge that men had emotions so that it's really taken serious, and like people listen to them without kind of just like, oh, well, they'll deal with it. They're strong. We don't have to really, it's just in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
And then he
I
said,
mean,
if
those
there's full of questions we can ask.
I love it. I think those are good answers because it's kind of the moral answer that comes from most men. Like the coming out angry, because that's the only way I know how to express it. Going to the gym, working myself tirelessly, maybe becoming a not a homie hopper, that's for girls, but a little man whore, things like that, like using other ways to
Express.
express their emotions like negatively.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting to me how they're saying, I wish women knew that we had emotions, but it's just like, I feel like we know that, but it's just like the fact that you don't express them
Yeah.
and
Or
you don't
not,
express them healthfully,
yeah,
healthfully.
or like they said, they don't know how or weren't taught.
I just really always find that interesting because that's also what I see when people come into my office. Like they're just like, I don't know, like I have emotions and I am a human being, but people don't understand that. And it's just like, how can we actually make society and other people know that you have emotions, but also letting you know like you have to genuinely express them so
Yeah.
that people are aware that they're there instead of lashing out, getting angry, doing all these impulsive behaviors. We need to actually see that you're real. We know you're real, but it's just like because you were built up and raised to be a certain way, now you don't even like we know you have emotions, but it's like your only emotions towards everybody else is anger. That's how
Yeah.
every emotion comes out. Sad, you're angry. Fearful, you're angry. What else you got?
All of them angry.
Maybe if you're happy and angry, you need help for real. Either way, you need help for all of them, but like if you're
Yeah.
mad because you're happy, then that's not okay. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother level of something else in there.
I was gonna say, I don't think that'll be just men's mental health. I think that's a lot.
Yeah, that's everybody. But yeah, for men for sure, like I think it's just very important to know like yes, men have emotions and just possibly being that person that's like, okay, well tell me what's going on or
Yeah.
like tell me what's up.
Yeah, like
That
try
can
to get
help.
them to talk about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know, to be honest, if any of the men in my life have talked about their emotions like that.
I think the only guy in my life that has shown his emotions in the most healthiest manner is my pop pop. So like I always hold a standard. That's the first man that I've ever seen cry and like
Mm.
express his emotions because he actually was caring about something. So I was like,
Okay,
oh,
well,
men
I've
can
seen
cry.
Austin cry though. I can't say that. I've seen him
No,
cry.
no, no, in a healthy way. Yeah. I ain't
Yeah,
talking about oh, let me cry because I'm doing shit wrong and shit like
Yeah.
that. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about crying because his wife is hurting and he don't know how to help her.
Yeah.
That type of crying.
Yeah.
Like,
That type is what I'm talking about.
yeah, no, I know. I've seen that crying too, girl. That's some bullshit, which is also important to know too when it comes to men mental health. Like, that's getting way too deep. That's getting deep. That's gonna go all the way negative. Never mind. But I've seen that shit too. And that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about crying because you genuinely care about your wife and you're concerned about her well being and you want to make sure that you're fully there for her. Crying because you're frustrated and you're expressing yourself, but you're not being heard. Crying because you're happy. Like, I've seen my pop up cry because he was so happy that my grandma was happy about a present that he got her.
Oh, that's so cute.
Like, I'm just like, but it's just like if you talk to other men, he's like, oh, that's pussy. But it's like he loves this woman. He's happy that she's happy, and that's just how he shows his happiness. Why is that wrong?
Yeah. Like, why is it so bad to show people or the world that you're happy with who you're with or in general?
Yeah, that's why I'm just like
Well,
people
not
make
even
fun of
just
men
happy, just why do y'all gotta hide how y'all really feel until it's too late?
because you're going to be seen as a pussy is what they genuinely like to think. You're a pussy or you're a bitch or you're not manly enough, which is something that needs to be broken.
Yeah, definitely.
Big facts.
Yeah. Commentator in the background list. But it's true because it gets frustrating for us women too because it's just like
But do y'all also think they do it because they didn't feel that emotion growing up by their parent?
1,000%. That's exactly what I was going to get to. It's
Yeah.
all about the attachment style too. Like it depends on how you were raised as your, but think about it as this way too. I mean, you had a dad, right?
Mhm.
Independent mom wise. We're raised to be independent, don't need a man, fuck a man, men fuck you over constantly, don't ever trust a man. And I feel like that is how men are taught too. Like when it comes to like being raised by women, I guess, or like I don't think I'm saying it right, but you get what?
I kind of get what you're saying because I feel like I'm trying to put myself in your situation and Curry's situation because I was raised by an independent woman. I
Yeah.
didn't have my dad my whole life.
Yep.
But then again, I feel like us being so independent is like we feel like we don't need these men, but we can't show it either. But it's like, no, we do need y'all, but we don't actually have that emotional side either to show y'all. Just like y'all don't have it either.
Yeah.
We don't it goes both ways, I feel.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
that's exactly what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. Like it goes both ways, but because they're men, their stigma is so much higher of like you need to be more macho and things like that as we
Yeah.
will crash the fuck out and cry and do all
As
this
they
other
don't.
shit and
Yeah.
they don't. They take it out as anger, shutting down. What else do they do? Mostly anger. You see anger in men more than anything because that's a healthy emotion, quote unquote, to express things for them. So it's just very frustrating. But I'm just like, how can you?
Yeah. I think a lot of men shut down,
1,000%.
and
A
then
thousand
after they
percent.
shut down, they get angry, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one or the other.
It's
Or
no in between.
yeah, there's no the shutdown. Like I get it because like we've done it before. I was shut down, just like okay, I don't want to be bothered by nobody. But we at least try to like go and be around or try to say something like, hey, can we talk or like anything just to try to get it out, or we just sit there and talk or whatever, and they don't, or they expect us to know and want just sit there and be like,
Say
okay,
it.
so I know you look a little down or you ain't being yourself and this and that, but I'm gonna and you don't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna force you to talk about it because then it feels like you're forcing them to talk about it because they
Yeah.
really
Trying to
want to talk.
force them out their shell.
Yeah,
I feel like men are more honestly emotional because they don't know how to hold their emotions appropriately than women are. Because women are told that it's okay to be emotional, that it's okay to cry, it's okay to do this because that's what women do. But men are more emotional because they actually don't even know how to function with their emotions.
yeah,
So they take everything more to the extreme. Not saying that it's incorrect, but it's just like that's the way that they are told to manage them, if I can say it that way.
hmm You can say however you want. Okay, so I have a question.
What's up?
How should we as women and friends in general support the men, like to let them know it's okay to talk about their feelings and things like that?
Holding space is like the major thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like communication. I feel
Commu-
like if you ask them, hey, do you need something? Is it okay if I can help you with something? And if they're like, yeah, then yeah, you know what to do from there. If not, if they say no, I just need, my time right now, then that's okay too.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
what holding space is. Like, hey, I'm just here for you. If you need me, just know that I'll do whatever it takes. Because it lets them know like they have this moment to themselves, but also you're here in the background. Yeah, and that you actually care. Like some men, if you just go up and be like, "Hey, what is it? What's wrong?" They're not
Mm-hmm.
used to that, so it's just like
Yeah.
nothing's wrong with me. I'm fine. But it's just like, "Hey, it seems like you're having a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
If you need anything, just know that I'm here. If you want to talk about it now, cool. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. I'll be over here in the kitchen cooking some dinner for us, blah blah blah." Just
Yeah.
like it's also having to like keep that environment healthy as well. Like that's the main thing when it comes to that stuff, like which is what health communication falls under too, like knowing the proper ways to communicate and
Mm-hmm.
also advocating for them. Like, hey, I do know that you have emotions. Like, let us therapy, y'all. Advocate your man to go to therapy. Yes, there's so many stigmas around men and going to therapy and stuff, but there is men that are therapists, and most of our men that are stigmatized are of color. So there are more and more therapists that are coming out not coming out, but are of color, and therefore are men that are of color. And I think that's so important to know too, to let you know like you're not alone. There is somebody who comes from a similar background, not a full blown background, but like a kind of there's a little understanding of like being biracial or being of color because everybody of color and bi race and all that stuff are um my words are slipping my mouth. Oppression. Like we experience oppression. So having somebody who's kind of like from that same background will give you a comfort of like, hey, okay, this is normal to actually have. This person of color is in this business or in this profession. So this must mean that this can break the stigma, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
So
just feel
just
like that.
space, basically. Is that the best thing to do?
I mean, space, of course, talking to them, letting them know, like, hey, I'm here, and like helping them understand, like, the more you keep it in, the worse it's going to get. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I feel like men don't tend to listen to their significant others that much. So, like, just kind of like, hey, making sure they have a healthy support system, as in like healthy friends, not fuck niggas or fuck bitches, more of like people who actually care and genuinely respect them and have those type of people around them. Like I was telling to Les today, like, um, D fucking drove all the way to our house to check on Michael. Like people like that, because a friend that actually genuinely cares will pull up and actually make sure that you're good. So having people like that in your corner are important.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
therapy. Everybody get therapy. Everybody get some help. It is okay to not be okay.
And it's okay to ask for help.
Exactly. It
And a
is.
lot of men tend not to ask for help because they think they have to be macho. Like, no,
Yeah.
let people help you out.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of mental health issues nowadays that, people are committing suicide. Like,
Absolutely.
no, no, talk to somebody. You don't want that. You don't want that for your family, friends, nobody.
Take
Exactly.
on your peoples.
You have to. But I think those are the main things that you can start with, like just keeping a healthy environment for him and for yourself as well. Because, yeah, I want you guys to also understand, like, if you have a man that deals with mental health issues, you taking on that whole toll for him can also drain you as well, and it's not good for your mental health. So also making sure that you're taking care of yourself as well, and being sure to create those healthy boundaries with him so that when it becomes too exhausting, you don't feel like you're overstepping and carrying his whole burden while he just sits on his ass and drags along and makes excuses.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you draw the line as well. Because if you keep on saying, oh, well, he's just sad or he's just depressed, you're going to be fucking depressed too soon.
Yeah.
And you're going to be fucking hating life and resenting him because you didn't create those healthy boundaries and establish certain type of regular boundaries. There's not even another word for boundaries, but like healthy boundaries with him to make sure that you guys are both upholding y'all's ends. Because at the end of the day, his burdens are not just for you to carry by yourself or to
Yeah.
fix for you. You are not his fucking mom.
Amen. Okay.
Sorry, a little harsh there, but the straight honest facts.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Some people need tough love. Okay, so what are some things you think men wish they could say?
Me as myself, what I feel like they could say.
Like, what do you wish they could say that they were taught not to say, or they feel like they can't say because of
I
whatever?
need help.
Yeah.
I need help. Save me. I'm drowning.
Yeah.
What else? I'm sad right now. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I'm
Yeah.
defeated. Things like that. Like just showing that vulnerability, really.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a lot of men show vulnerability because they don't know how to. So like just being like, yeah, I'm just exhausted. Like I can't do this anymore. Like just being real with yourself. Like I need your help. Because that's honestly what a couple is supposed to be anyways. Or even if you're not in a couple, having that companionship and those support systems, that's why they're there. You're supposed to be able to
Yeah.
lean on them. And if you can't lean on them, then those aren't your people.
Yep. Exactly.
So I feel like that. What do you feel like they could say?
Um, I just feel like they could say how they honestly feel, like whether it's I'm depressed or like you said, I need help or I'm sad or I feel some type of way. Just express how you feel and don't hold it in and just expect us to see you made a weird face or your eyebrow went up and we're supposed to just know you feel some type of way or you gotta
Them
think
social
about
cues.
like like we go through stuff too, just like y'all. Like my dad said, he wants us women and people to know like they have feelings too, and it's like we know y'all have feelings. It's more so the fact of speak on those feelings.
Speaking them, yes.
Once you speak on those feelings, then we can talk about said feelings and we can get over it or get
Mm-hmm.
through it or work through it, whatever the case is.
Oh my god.
Are you
So
laughing at me drinking?
no.
Oh.
So this is so off topic, but you might have to cut this.
No, keep it all in there.
But when she said your eyebrow lift up, have y'all ever seen that movie Just Go With It?
Yeah.
I don't know.
With Adam Sandler and Jennifer Hudson, dude. So they're I think what is he, like a doctor or some shit?
No, I thought she was the doctor.
No, he's the doctor. She's the assistant to the doctor. But the patient's
Oh
the one
yeah,
that
yeah,
comes in her eyebrow.
Oh, like this.
yeah. I'm dead.
Please put a picture of that.
Yeah, when Cree said that, I was just dying. That's all I could think of. You know how the eyebrow was
Just like,
oomp.
Johnny Bravo with the motherfuckers.
They couldn't stop laughing either.
But no, yeah, I completely agree. Do you feel like there's anything, Liz, that you feel like your man or just a man in general could say to you? I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch.
Keep loving me the way you're loving me, but more.
Give me more. Yes, more affection. No, I think that those are very valid things. I mean, it's the honest truth because that's what we women do. Or even if they don't feel like they can, you know what the thing is though? Like I feel like they be gossiping more than women do. That's for
Yeah.
another topic though. We ain't even gonna get that deep. This is about mental health. Yeah, sorry guys. Speaking of mental health though, well, not speaking of it, back to it though. I wanted to um kind of give some statistics
Go for it.
that were given by the National Institute of Medicine when it comes to men's mental health. I feel like it's very important to know the statistics and the severity of mental health when it comes to men. So Illinois' Department of Public Health, according to them, their mental men's mental health facts and statistics. Globally, men are less likely to be diagnosed with mental health conditions as compared to women. So that's 25% compared to 13.5%. Including depressive disorders, but much more likely to die by suicide, which is so true. Every 1 out of 3 men commit suicide due to mental health. That's not in there. That's just something I learned in school. If it has raised, that's severely depressing. If it has lowered, that is wonderful. Men are more likely to. Okay, let us scroll down some. Keep all of this though. So according to this as well, 39,282 men lost to suicide during 2022 in the United States, which was 3 to 4.5 times more higher than women.
Oh, wow.
So that is nearly 80% suicides. 80% of suicides when it comes to men, and they're more successful than women are, which is also important to know, because when it comes to mental health, I feel like we talk about women a lot more, but it's just like that's because men are not actually seeking help, and they're willing to just commit suicide instead, which is very sad. Like, see right here, it says 1,182 men died from suicide in 2022 compared to 325 women that died.
It's crazy.
So they are more likely to go through with suicide than women are. And also men are less likely to show like depressive states or like symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're less likely to be diagnosed, but you can also see the symptoms in there. I'm sorry, I'm misconstruing it, but like you can see the symptoms because that irritability, that anger, that frustration, those are depressive symptoms, but like I said, they're taken as just straight up anger when it comes to men. And that's normal when it comes to society for men. So it's like, it's always there. Every man has a symptom of depression, but because it's so normalized, it's not being diagnosed or seen that way. Another fun fact, I didn't get that off of anything, just letting you know. I think it's also important to like put emphasis on the LGBTQA plus I plus community. They are more likely to actually have mental disorders and suicide risk due to social stigmas with them. Because not only are you a man, let's say not only are you a black man, but you're also a gay black man. So that is 50 times 0.1 worse than just being a regular black man in America. So it's always important to take those things into consideration. That's my fun statistical TED Talk corner right there for you guys. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Leave them in the comments. DM the
Yes. Anything you want to do. If you want to challenge me, that's fine as well. If you have the actual correct stats up to date and all of that, please let me know, because I would love to stay up to par. But yeah, I feel like those are important things to know. So just like general, I don't know if we said it, but like also just general check-ins with him. Like every single day I ask my husband, how was your day? Even though we talk every single day, when we get home, I'm just like, how was your day? And I'll make his ass repeat every single thing that he did and add in the details that he didn't include, because I feel like just that little question every single day is important, because it's actually showing that you genuinely care about what's going on in his life. Yeah, showing him love, showing him that you actually care.
And every morning saying, I love you, have a good day, or vice versa.
Yeah. I don't say I love you every day. I probably should do better.
I do.
But
You never know.
Yeah.
Last day.
I'm an anxious attachment girly, so I'm working on it.
I
want all the love. I need all the attention. Be all up on me.
That's not anxious attachment. I'm sorry. I'm avoidant attachment. I don't like affection and stuff, which I should probably do better with. But yeah,
Okay.
I need all the affection.
She hug me now. But no, I think those are very important. Go ahead.
What are some realistic behaviors men use when they're mentally struggling?
They go to the gym and try to kill themselves in there. Not generally kill themselves, but like work themselves out till they're mentally exhausted and physically exhausted. What was the question?
Another episode of Tori asking, what's the question?
Oh my God.
It's okay, friend.
Bro, my brain, my brain be going to the left all the time.
Some realistic behaviors men use when they're mentally struggling.
Okay, yeah. So either going to the gym all the time, shutting you out, being quiet, avoiding. What else do they do?
Keeping conversation surface level.
Talking surface level, yeah. Kind of avoiding those deep conversations or just trying to avoid and all like shutting down. That's what that, yeah, shutting down, going into hypo vigilancy, or they can be going into hyper vigilancy. So that's where you see a lot more anger and frustration and over little tiny things, easily overstimulated. You could sneeze and they'd be like, shut the fuck up, something like that. Not to that I mean, it could be that extreme, but things like that.
Okay, I like them answers.
How deep can you actually go when there's so much stigma still attached to men going to therapy?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like having to normalize it, letting them know that this is okay to do. Like it is okay to actually seek help and get help.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess a good question I would like to ask, because we're all women and we're all moms of boys, how do we feel like we can break this stigma?
Letting them know it's okay to talk about your feelings and express them in a healthy way. Showing them how to express it in a healthy way. And not letting them know anger is the only way. Like you can cry and you have a reason to cry. You can be, and you can feel every emotion in the world, and that's fine. Just don't go straight to anger. That's not the answer.
Okay. I like that answer. You agree, Liz? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I make sure that I talk to my kids all the time.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I am not a full-blown practice what you preach when I come to myself, but for my boys, I definitely am. I always like let them know like, hey, yeah, you can have this emotion. That is totally fine. I will always validate your emotions, but what I will not validate is if it is a negative reaction or action, period. Because you can be upset and you can be mad at me, but what you're not going to do is tell me that you hate me or try to destroy things that are not yours. Or to be disrespectful. That's what we're not going to do. It is okay to have your emotions, but I will not validate the negative reactions or actions with them.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. And I will beat your fucking ass. Because I feel like this gentle parenting can go to an extent. Like, I feel like people overtake gentle parenting. Like, gentle parenting is having a authoritative point of view parenting style. And if you don't know what that is, that's basically having rules and boundaries for your child and explaining to them why these things are happening. So that's basically what we're saying. We're having that balance of like respect and authority and also allowing them to have their own autonomy and understand why certain things happen. Like, yeah, I get it. We'll be like, yeah, because I said so, because sometimes that is the answer. But like, if you're telling him to shut up because he's crying and he asks you, why do I need to shut up? And you're just like, because I said so, that's not valid. And nor is that fair to him.
Yeah.
Because that's what teaches that anger in him. Like, okay, fuck it, shut up then. And that's how he'll be treating everybody else if they're crying. Shut up.
Yeah.
So having that healthy balance. That's why my boys are always considered crybabies, but I don't give a fuck because their mother fights hard. So
yeah, I don't give a fuck.
all of us gonna pull up. I don't care, because it also teaches them how to, if you let your child cry or express their emotions, it also teaches them how to healthfully get over it without you being there.
Yeah.
They need to learn how to problem solve. So allowing them to have that as well.
Now, we're not telling them cry for everything either.
No.
Just a valid point.
Yeah, no, please don't.
Because you're not finna say, here, my child dropped an apple, he finna cry because
Yeah.
now, sir.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Don't get me wrong, my son does do that, but I think he has OCD. No, I do. Girl, I remember when he was in pre-K, and Yeah, in pre-K, and anytime he'd step in dirt, bro, he would not wear the shoes. He'd be like, the bottom of my shoes are dirty. And I'm like, oh, hell no, this is not happening to me. I know I ain't got no child like this. If he would have sticky hand, like, I think he has OCD or something. I'm pretty sure something like that. I don't know. But anyways, but no, that for sure. But it's just like if he falls on the playground and stuff, and like how most parents are just like, oh my God, da, 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 da. I bet your ass won't jump again.
Yeah.
Get hurt, right? Things like that. Like they have to also learn how to problem solve for themselves. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do everything for them because that also creates those overly angry and overly aggressive and possessive ass men.
Yeah. I always say to everyone, let them do it. They ain't gonna do it again.
Me too. I don't care. And I'm not helicoptering shit.
Mm-mm.
So figure it out. As long as you don't break nothing of mine or you don't break no bones, we're good. Figure it out. Moving forward, guys, to our little listener banter corner. This is a response that we got from one of our previous podcasts, just catching us up, letting us know how they responded to our answer for them. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for us that you would like for us to read aloud on the podcast, please email us at sisterlybanterpodcast@gmail.com. Message us on Twitter, TikTok, almost said MySpace, whatever it is that we have out there. Korea's in charge of all of the social medias. Just hit her up and she will put it on here for us to share. Take it away.
Okay.
Because MySpace is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was still around. Hey, ladies, I'm the listener who wrote in feeling like my best friend was pulling away. I took your advice and finally talked to her, and honestly, it cleared up so much. Turns out we were both assuming the worst. I thought she was distancing herself, and she thought slash was the one pulling back. She'd been overwhelmed with life, didn't want to burden me, and didn't realize how much it felt like she was disappearing. We had a real honest conversation, a few tears, some awkward moments, but we left understanding each other better. Things might not go back to how they used to be, but at least we're not silently drifting anymore. Thanks for pushing me to bring it up. I feel a lot lighter now.
So let me read this one, guys. Okay. So if you guys remember, this is a listener saying, she's on the edge of a relationship breakup and I don't know what to do. My best friend and I used to be inseparable and we talked every day, hung out every weekend, all of that. But lately something is off. She barely responds to my messages, cancels plans last minute. And when we do talk, she feels distant, like she's already halfway out the door. I've been trying to life brush it off as life is getting busy, but keep downing. But deep, what in the fuck, Tori, talk? But deep down, I feel the shift. It's like I'm the only one holding on to what while she's quietly letting go. So basically, like she's worrying, like what happened was she was worried whether or not if she was to address her friend about how she's feeling about their relationship, would she appear too clingy, or is it just all in her head? And I was just like, you need to talk to your friend if that's your person, because she was saying like that's her person and stuff like that. So I was just like, well, if you feel like that's your person, then you should be comfortable enough to go and talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was her response.
You.
And I gotta read it again.
Read it out loud.
Read it again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Read
Okay.
it out loud.
Hey, ladies, I'm the listener who wrote in feeling like my best friend was pulling away. I took your advice and finally talked to her, and honestly, it cleared up so much. Turns out we were both assuming the worst. I thought she was distancing herself, and she thought slash was the only one pulling back. She's been overwhelmed with life, didn't want to burden me, and didn't realize how much it felt like she was disappearing. We had a real honest conversation, a few tears, some awkward moments, but we left understanding each other better. Things might not go back to how they used to be, but at least we're not silently drifting anymore. Thanks for pushing me to bring it up. I feel a lot lighter now.
You're welcome. So they're good, basically. She got the balls to talk to her friend, and now all is well.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good.
Yay.
Shout out to you, Glenda.
Susan.
Bro. Good job, Karen. I'm proud of you. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No more for me, right? Yeah. Don't cut any of that shit out either.
We gotta make another YouTube, the unfiltered version.
Yeah, for real. The uncut scenes.
Yeah.
Uncut. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, well, that is perfect, though. I'm glad to hear that. See, told you, if that's your person, they'll always be understanding and respectable of you. And now you guys can go happily down the yellow brick road. Sorry, I am truly obsessed with Wicked. So,
Love it.
love it. Shout out to Glenda and Al. Any other things in our little listener banter corner, or was that what was it? Wow.
That was it. I mean, no
Okay,
man
good.
said anything about mental health or women, so.
Okay. Well, again, guys, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, stories you would like to share on the podcast for us to read aloud, please email us at sisterlybanterpodcast@gmail.com. And TikTok, whatever else social media platforms that we're on, please. Did I
Yeah,
say it wrong? I said Twitter. Yeah. What the
TikTok
fuck?
and Instagram,
There we
Not
go.
Twitter.
I
Spotify,
don't know.
Apple
I'm
Pop.
telling you, I literally just hop on here and do this shit and log out. Yes, please hit us up on all of those platforms, and Karee will put them on here so we can read them aloud for you guys. If you have any like responses to the things that were talked about in earlier podcasts or even this one, please share that as well. We would love to have your feedback.
Yeah. And even if you don't want us to read it on the podcast, you can say that when you send it and we won't. We can
Make a
just,
name up for you.
yeah.
Linda.
Anonymous.
Yeah, anonymous, but I will still make up a name for you.
Like you just did.
Yeah, Eddie.
Not Eddie.
Okay, so to wrap this episode up, here's a little friendly reminder for the men out there to hear, not only just for the men, but those of you that are supporting the men that are having emotional or mental illness issues, those who are fighting for their rights in the LGBTQAI++ community and all of the above. Please always end a conversation with them with hope, reassurance, and emotional safety. If they ever need any resources or need any advice, please direct them to the proper hotlines. If they have any suicidal ideation, it will be, of course, 911, and the suicide hotline is 988. If they are needing to seek any therapeutic help, please look online, find those resources for them, or help them find them, or even allow them to find them themselves. Just know that their help is out there and that it is okay to get help. There is no shame in struggling. There is actually beauty in it, and there is strength in struggling. Because we got that small business corner, guys. Almost forgot about that little piece right there. We're going to give a lovely shout out to my girl over here, Leslie Barr at Round 2 Transportation. For transportation. Hell yeah. If you guys need any help transporting to anywhere in shit America, basically, because her buses be everywhere. If you have a party bus, if you are on a soccer team, football team, anything you need, she will help provide that transportation in the most luxurious and appropriate and respectful manner ever. We will provide her business info, of course, at the end of this podcast for you guys to look at. However, I know we're not doing all videos anymore because I forgot we're on Apple Podcasts now. So you can always reach her at. Okay, sorry, guys. So you can contact her. Her name's Leslie Barr, again, at Round 2 Transportation. Her email is going to be Leslie. It's going to be ELSLIE at r2t.biz. Or easier, you can contact her. Her office number at 469-916-9905. It is the holidays. I know you guys are trying to get lit. Maybe we have a wedding coming up, have a bachelor party coming up. Please hit her up. She will provide you with all the transportation needed. And you got the coolest, most updated buses. I think her buses are 2024, 26s. So We ain't even in that year yet, so them hoes are nice. So hit her up, get your transportation. Again, that is going to be for our little small business corner. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all for joining us for this important conversation. Men matter, their mental health matters, their emotions matter. Check on the men in your life today. Send a text, make a call, ask someone how they're really doing.
Because sometimes the strongest looking men are the ones that are hurting the most. We love you all. We appreciate you all. And we're going to keep having these conversations. See you next week on Sisterly Banter. Bye.
Bye.